Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Firefly Tarot. For today's pick a card reading, I know it's been a little while, we're going to be doing what makes you the very best. And just in case you're not familiar, this is a reference to Pokemon. These are the different Pokemon pins that I have. The pins as well as the topic is courtesy of hubby. And thank you guys so much for those of you who gave me the well wishes. It was very, very sweet of you all. So I'm going to jump right in because I know it's been a while and I don't want to dawdle. So I'll show you each one. And the topic that we're looking at is, so what makes you the very best is kind of like, what do people love about you? What are your skills? What are your strengths? Anything that makes you the best. Okay, so I'm not sure what's going to come up. I've done similar readings before, but this one is a special one for the pins that we have. So I'll show you each one. The timestamps are in the description as well as in the comments. This is going to be group number 1, which is the flying or surfing Pikachu. So here he's flying and here he is surfing. Okay. That's group number 1. I'm going to refrain from doing my Pikachu impression. This is group number 2, which is Cleffa, Togepi, and Igglybuff all together. This is group number 3, which is Sylveon. Some of these I'm not familiar with, actually. And this is group number 4, which is Charizard, in parentheses, also Pikachu is on his back. Okay, it's a little blurry. All right, so those are the 4 choices. Just go with whichever one your gut is calling out to you the most, regardless of which one might even be your favorite, just whichever one is pulling to you the most in this moment. And whenever you guys are ready, I will see you at your reading. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you that chose group number 1, which is the flying or surfing Pikachu. So let me just shuffle and get into the groove of things. I think it's been like 3 weeks. And I always feel like I'm so rusty and disoriented if I haven't done tarot in a while. Okay, Spirit, this reading is for group number 1, and whatever makes them the very best. Please provide us with clear guided messages for group number 1. Okay, so let's jump right in. Spirit, for group 1, please, can you let us know? This question is, I can't with this question. What makes them the very best? You guys know the song, right? I wanna be the very best. I can't. Okay. When hubby came up with that topic, I was dying. Okay, I felt that it fit. Spirit, for group 1, please. What makes group number 1 the very best? So the very first thing that pops up here, group 1, is your honesty. We have the Queen of Swords, regardless if you're masculine or feminine. Gender is not important with these court cards in these general readings. Queen of Swords means that you can have a very sharp tongue. But I feel like the best quality about you is probably your honesty, your ability. This is a little bit of a mixed message here, but your ability to communicate, I think. So I say mixed message because some of you may not actually feel that that is a trait that or an attribute that you have. The thing is, though, I feel that you you do have this ability if maybe you unleashed it. So that's a little bit of a mixed message there. But I think that in general, your honesty, your ability to think clearly, and if you were to put yourself out there, to the ability to communicate with others, your honesty, your articulation, and even your eloquence, I think, is one of the things that people probably note about you, or that they love about you, or that they will grow to love this about you if you start to speak your truth more often. So here with the Seven of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands, okay, so at least with the Ace of Wands here, it shows this passion. So it also, to me, does look like a lot of creativity. I'm wondering with the Seven of Pentacles, at first I wasn't sure if it meant that there was something that you kind of keep beneath the surface on purpose, maybe to have better timing, but I'm seeing it now as there is a lot of patience, actually. Let me get a little bit more here. What makes them the very best, Spirit? For group number 1, what makes them the very best? Interesting. So you have another ace here and the Wheel of Fortune. Ace of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune here. So with these two aces, it really seems to me like one of the things that makes you the very best is definitely your ability to create. So here it's passion and I don't know if it's creativity per se in terms of like art and writing or things like that, but I think that for sure it's bright ideas. And with the Ace of Pentacles as well as the Seven of Pentacles combo here, it feels to me like you're able to create success pretty much wherever you go. I think that you strike me as a person that might be a really good addition to a team. Maybe you don't necessarily see yourself as a team leader, even though I feel like you could be a really successful team leader. I feel like you're a person to really bring forth these brilliant ideas, these bright ideas that other people might not have seen. And this Seven of Pentacles is really, there's a lot of different messages coming from this Seven of Pentacles. I just feel like it reminds me of those animals in nature shows where they're just kind of waiting there. They're like kind of waiting to pounce. You know what I mean? Not that you're attacking anybody, but it's almost as if you are able to be very patient for your particular goal. And then when the moment is perfect and ripe, that's when you pounce on it. That's when you strike. Again, not in a aggressive way. It's more like when the timing is right. That is confirmed for me because of the Wheel of Fortune card here. So the Wheel of Fortune card is all about divine timing. I think that you have this internal gauge, this almost like this internal measure or thermometer. For that, you have really, I feel that when you go with the flow of your intuition, you have really great timing. So things might fall into place mysteriously and you're just like, how did this happen? This fit right into place. So notice I said when you follow your intuition, because that's really important. So when you go with that flow of things, you have to kind of go with the waves of things. That is when things perfectly fall into place. So just be careful, because maybe in the past that wasn't so, if you perhaps were like pushing for something or even forcing it. So it is showing that you have that timing. What that tells me is that you are in sync with the flow of the universe, which is really cool. I think here with the Queen of Swords, there is such clarity and honesty coming from this card. And the way that this queen is holding up the sword and her hand, it looks as though she knows the path in front of her, right? She knows exactly where she's going. And again, this is powered by your intuition. So like I said before, if some of you might not necessarily feel that way, I think that if you were to tune into that inner compass, that inner flow, it's an effortlessness within you, then you may actually see that actually is the case. I feel like I want to get an oracle card for you. Or, okay, this was the first thing that my hand went to, so let me just grab these for a moment. This is the Energy Oracle. Spirit, can you give us a little more info for group 1, the Pikachu group? What makes them the very best, please? For group 1. Woo. Okay, so we do have here what? That's a really funny combo to me because we do have the Ace of Pentacles, and now you're holding a coin. That's really funny. Action and man holding a coin. I feel that this really does confirm what I was saying before. You know how to get things done. You know how to create prosperity. You know how to make success wherever you happen to be. So I think that that's actually really great. You are someone that I feel others would seek in terms of, especially within the career realm or any kind of team efforts at all. So if it's not work or career, it could be stuff like family or, you know, social events or friendships or whatever. I think that people seek your advice, they seek your knowledge, they seek your, it's coming off as a charisma, your ability to attract positive energy. This is really, really cool. So you're like a magnet. Like, I don't know, it's and I feel like there is a sense of humor here because like I'm laughing for no reason. Like, I don't know why. So maybe that is another thing that makes you the very best, is that that's part of your charisma, your humor. Some of you have a little bit of a sarcastic humor, I think, because you're so Queen of Swords, very logical and very honest and true. I just keep like feeling that it's like this giggling that I'm feeling. So I think that no matter where you go, if you're just kind of being yourself, people tend to really be drawn to your energy. Humor and that almost sarcastic humor at times, I feel, is only one of the reasons, but this prosperity, this successful energy, this positive energy, as well as the passion over here, I feel like is why. So people are attracted to you naturally. I feel like they also follow you here with the action card. I feel like they would follow you anywhere, and I'm really drawn to this bird in the background. It's very small, but I'm drawn to this. So I feel like you set a lot of things free. So whether that's bright ideas, as I talked about before, or people just following your line of energy, they're following you and your action, they get excited. They become playful, excited, and enthusiastic about whatever it is that they're doing. I feel like there's so much as well. I keep getting drawn back to the Seven of Pentacles. I feel like there is so much hidden potential as well for you guys. So this is going to resonate a little differently depending, but for some of you that are not 100% confident or certain of your abilities or yourself just yet, I feel like there's just so much hidden potential that is waiting to come to the surface for you guys. So you are the garden, you know, you are the seeds in this garden. So a lot is coming through. I'm trying to deliver these messages the best that I can, because after 3 weeks, my brain feels like mush right now. And I didn't even really prepare for this reading. I just completely jumped into it. And hey, let's hope that it's accurate. Spirit, can you tell us more for, look at that. Look at that. Strategy and blossoming abundance. You guys are winners, okay? If you don't feel like that's true, remember what I mentioned before. If you just be you, your authentic, true self, and you're intuitive, you're going with the flow, and you're not trying to force anything or be anything. You're just being you, okay? That is what I'm saying. That is how you're going to create this abundance, or that is how you create the abundance in your life. Strategy, yeah. So I mentioned before already, you're a really great thinker. I think that you're able to figure out solutions where other people might not have. Did I mention compass before? Yeah. There's a compass here, and it's like you show people the way. I feel there's this strong humility to you as well. I'm really not getting that sense that, you know how people who have answers and who are very wise and knowledgeable, they maybe see themselves as that. Maybe they see themselves as a leader or a teacher. For you guys, I really feel that you're quite humble, and you see yourself the way that anyone else might see themselves. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to resonate for all of you, but I'm getting this sense that you are just this humble kind of teacher or a person to direct others, but you don't see yourself as that. So that can kind of be a positive or negative thing depending on the scale, but that's just something that I was picking up on randomly. Okay, So let me get some more tarot cards. Spirit, anything else? Any different messages, any additional messages for group 1 and what makes them the very best that no one ever was? Okay, so we have here the 7 of Cups. That's the second 7 right here. It landed on top of the other 7, so I think that you guys are actually very lucky. We have the Justice card at the bottom. I feel like you guys just have good fortune attached to you. So if it hasn't reached your life in the way that you have wanted, I feel like you've actually created a lot of good fortune for anyone that you have touched in your life. Anyone that has crossed your path, maybe you make them smile, maybe you give them that good idea. We talked about having good and brilliant ideas a few times. And therefore you have inspired them. So I feel like that is the luck. So the 7 of Cups here is a card of opportunity. There's a little bit of a fog in the way here, but there's still this opportunity. So let me just see. Can you give us a little more on that message, please? Okay, and this is another 7. That's really kind of crazy. It's the Chariot card, and then you have the King and Queen of Pentacles at the bottom. That's really, really interesting. This Pentacle energy for you is strong. I'm talking about the success and the coin energy here. You're going to go really far if you just let yourself. Wow, this is really strong. So let me show you these. We had the 7 of Pentacles here, the 7 of Cups, and now the Chariot, which is the number 7. So let me just show you in all its glory here. That is incredibly lucky. I think that rarely happens. I think it's happened maybe once or twice in a general reading. I can't really recall, but that just goes to show you guys. It's like in the slot machines where you have 777. So I just feel like there is this hidden fortune that is just waiting. It's just waiting to burst through for you guys. Again, that just depends on what stage you're in and how going with the flow you are at the moment. And even if you are already going with the flow, it just may be a matter of time where you start to see things really click into place. Okay, so with the Chariot card coming through, in addition to what we just spoke of, I feel like this is your direction. It's really similar to this. The Action card is 17, nice. Okay, so it's very similar energy here. So action is one of your strong suits, the ability to take action. Once you know what direction you want to take, that is. Because if you're not sure, then maybe you kind of seesaw back and forth. But the moment that you're certain and you make that decision, you're a person to be very determined and strong-willed. Okay, so, and I will just continue going back to this here, the air element here, the swords suit here. This is your strongest energy. Strong willpower, wow, like really strong-headed. I don't feel that you are a person to be swayed or manipulated or like gullible easily. I feel as though you have strong beliefs. That's not to say you're stubborn or rigid, because I feel like you're actually quite reasonable as humans, as human beings. But I just feel, so that's what I was talking about with the leadership. I feel like strong leaders have strong beliefs and they have a strong will and a strong mind, and that's what I'm seeing here. I love this energy. Spirit, any other additional messages for group? I want to get a different deck actually for group 1. Anything else? Okay, we have the Queen of Cups and the Ace of Cups at the bottom. So now is your emotional side coming out. So I was talking before about being humble. Queen of Cups. About being humble. And oh, look at this. We have the 8 of Swords. That's very interesting. So now the emotional side is coming out, but it might be a little hidden. Okay. Maybe just a bit hidden from others. And I think that that makes a lot of sense, actually. Because with all of this strength and strong will and logic and that sort of, that logical aura that you have here, I do feel that this makes sense that you would have this mushy side underneath it all. So that means I feel that you have a really big heart. And this is the energy that I was sensing from you guys. I don't know if that kind of came across yet, that you're good people, you know, that you are kind-hearted people, generous people, and probably as well. I think that with all of this good communication skills that you have for others, perhaps the only place that it is a little restricted or stifled or, you know, shrunken, I don't think that's the word I was looking for, is maybe when it comes to articulating your own inner emotions. Maybe that's the one place that you tend to hold back a little bit. Even if you do express your emotions, I feel like it's nothing in comparison to what others express to you and how you help them. So maybe you're the advice giver, maybe you're the one to help people see their stuff, their inner world. But then, I don't know, for some reason it's just a little bit kind of restricted or stifled when it comes to your inner realm. Yeah, maybe it kind of goes against the grain of your natural tendency, your natural personality. But I do feel you're equally both the swords and the cups, so logic and emotion. I think that you're actually both and could be skilled at both. Spirit, is there any other additional messages that we need to know for group number 1 and what makes them the very best? Okay. We have here the 5 of Pentacles and the 5 of Cups. Now, that's quite interesting that these two, I guess, negative cards, they popped out only after I was talking about hidden emotions. I think that this is a message, in addition to what I was just saying, that people come to you with this. So maybe they're seeking friendship. Maybe they're seeking some sort of healing or comfort, companionship if they're feeling sad or alone. And as I already said, I feel like you're able to give them that sense of friendship. But if you do feel alone, if you do feel like you're sort of tying yourself up or restricting yourself, maybe one of the messages here from Spirit is that it's okay to unbind yourself. It's okay to let some of your emotions be expressed. It's okay to let your truths out. That is what I was seeing before with the Queen of Swords. I think I said something like, some of you might not feel like you can express yourself. So I think that that's why, because a lot of it may have to do with emotions, or I feel like now there's a little bit of a hint of fearing, specifically fearing either rejection, like the rejection of your ideas, or just something having to do with that. It's coming out, it's like this big, but I feel like it's this hidden fear, or maybe one of the underlying reasons why you may not express yourself. I feel like this energy was so small and hidden, and it took so long to come out, that there's way more where that came from, but you guys are very good at hiding it or suppressing it, or kind of convincing yourself that other people don't want to hear about it, or that it's not their problem. So I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that resonates for all of you, but if that is the case, you know, maybe just begin to see yourself the way that you might see another person. You know, don't discard yourself just because it's you. Everyone has a right to speak their truth, express themselves, and to be supported. Spirit, can we have any final messages for group number 1 and what makes them the very best? Okay. Oh my. DNA karma. So this makes sense to me. You guys are so smart and wise, partly because you've been around forever. You've been around, either you've had a lot of past lifetimes, or you have a lot of ancestors and guides that are pushing you through. I feel like there's ancient wisdom coming through here. DNA karma. Anything else for group number 1? Any final messages for group number 1 and what makes them the very best? Okay, so we have autumnal equinox, release, rainbow, blessings on the bottom. I feel like with this release card, I feel that this is actually a little bit speaking on your past lifetimes. I feel that you're able to be reborn over and over and over again. I feel at least the number 7 came up again. I feel like you've had so many rebirths over your lifetime that every time you release the old leaves, the new ones grow back. So I just feel like there's this ancient nature energy coming from this card, coming from you. And then here on the bottom with the rainbow and the blessings, you are the blessing. I feel like anybody who knows you, even if it's not very well, I feel like they would say that you are a blessing, that you have been a blessing in their life, and that you have brought them some happiness, or a lot of happiness. That's really, really beautiful. But my throat chakra just gave out on me right there. Spirit just wants to say as a final message, you know, it's okay. It's okay to speak. It's okay to express you. It's okay to speak courageously no matter what anybody might think or whatever they might say or accept. Spirit, can we have any final message for group number 1, please? Okay. We have Desert Vision Quest. I think that, so this was just a message. This wasn't answering the topic. So Spirit might be saying that it may be time to look inward, to eliminate distractions, to eliminate any sort of extra, just to eliminate distractions and to allow yourself to walk this path where you are, one, looking inward and discovering discovering your truths, discovering who you are. There's a lot of deprivation on this card, not in a bad way, just meaning to say that there's not a lot going on here. It's just pure nature and pure nothingness. And I feel that by you eliminating all of the extra-ness of your life right now and just having the bare minimum, it's actually going to benefit you greatly. So if it's possible, if it's not exactly possible, then in whatever way that you can, just to rid yourself of anything that is unnecessary at this time and really focus on your inner realm, and you will develop a lot of insight at this time. Especially if you're watching this when I'm posting it towards this ending of the year. This is going to be especially significant for you in the next year. Okay, so group number 1, those are the messages that I have for you and what makes you the very best. I hope that this resonated. Every time I do a group 1 reading, and especially this one since it's been a while, I always say that I feel like I'm so rusty. So I do hope that it resonated. I hope that it made sense. I did stumble in my mind, so I hope that I articulated it okay. Let us know in the comments how you are doing. Thank you guys once again for all of your support. I really appreciate you all, and I'm hoping to be posting more frequently after today. So hopefully, I definitely won't wait 3 weeks. It'll be at least once, twice, or who knows, a week after this point. That's my hope. So thank you guys once again, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you that chose group number 2, which is Cleffa, Togepi, and Igglybuff. Those are not part of the originals, some of them, so I was like a little confused. but that's group number 2. So Spirit, this reading is for group number 2 and what makes them the very best. Please provide us with clear, guided messages for group 2. And yes, I did want to do the tarot reading with Pokemon cards at one point, not for this topic, but it just, there's so many, and I don't think that was going to be a very good idea. Maybe in the future. Spirit, for group 2, please. What makes them the very best? Oh my gosh, look at what popped out immediately with the 5 of Cups here. So I'm going to have to clarify this, but I feel that because this card is featuring such deep sadness, that maybe people come to you to feel better. I'm not sure if that's the case yet, but let's see. Spirit, for group 2, please. What makes them the very best? Okay. Oh, right. That's interesting. The Emperor and the Judgment card. This is really unusual. So let me get one more pull. Spirit, can you please give us any more clarity for group 2? What makes them the very best? Okay, so if there is an impact that you have on other people, we will get that next. But this surprised me. This is more speaking about you and the lessons that you have learned. Okay, so here we have 5 of Cups and Emperor together, Judgment, and the 8 of Cups. So you see here, these are all of the lessons that you have learned and all of the pain that you have walked away from. I'm very much drawn to the red here. I feel that, oh, and also with this one too. I feel that this has made you incredibly passionate and a leader and bold with this red coming through. I hope that it's not something like anger, because I've heard that a lot with red in readings, but I personally don't interpret red as anger. I interpret it more as passion and leadership. But with this Emperor card coming through as the second card, as well as with the Judgment card, I feel that you have become the teacher in a lot of aspects. There's this hardened energy here, but I don't see this, interestingly, as rigidity. I see this as your ability to teach these hard lessons because you've learned these hard lessons. There is wisdom, a little similar to group 1, but you guys are of a very different breed here. I'm trying to get a handle on your energy. It's, wow. It's reminding me of the Hierophant, actually, which is that it looks similar to the Emperor card. I wonder if it will pop out. But you are the teacher. You are the one to create these boundaries and this structure for your own life based off of the sadness and the tough times that you went through. You're walking away from this difficulty. I mean, yes, there is this air of sadness in the background, but the point of this line of cards here with this 8 of Cups especially is the fact that you're walking up. You're journeying upwards, especially as well with the Judgment card. So it's kind of as if to say that you've made a lot of tough calls in your life, and you were able to make these tough decisions to better yourself and to climb that mountain based off of these tough lessons. Let's see what else. Spirit, can you tell us anything more? I just want a little more clarity for group number 2. What makes them the very best, please? Can you clarify the Emperor? I'm really interested in this Emperor because this Emperor is looking at the past. This Emperor is looking at the past experiences, that sad energy, or, oh yeah, look, see? The 9 of Swords. I'm going to flat out say it, that you guys have probably overcome a significant amount of mental health struggles, I would say. This, technically speaking, could be either depression, anxiety, maybe both. That, to me, is the 8 of Cups here, that you are journeying forward despite all of this dark energy here. So you have come through a lot. You have overcome a lot, come through a lot. And let's see. What else am I seeing here with the Nine of Swords? Yeah, this is where a lot of the wisdom has actually come from. This is a person here who has had bad dreams or some kind of distress, right? I feel that there is a huge message here that is not ready to come out yet. So I'm going to be patient with that and not force it. The message that I got before when I was reminded of the Hierophant had to do with holy energy. Especially because we see the angel here. Oh, I see. I get it now. Okay. I get it now. You guys have a mission that is definitely fitting with the Pokemon song, because I just looked it up before the reading and it says, I know it's my destiny. I can't sing. Yeah, you guys have a very important mission here on Earth. I think that makes a lot of sense why you've had these internal struggles. I think I've said this plenty of times, but when you happen to be a light worker or a light warrior, the other side, let's call it, tends to not like that, and they tend to try to tear us down from the inside, because that's the only way that they can darken someone's light, is if we choose not to shine it, kind of, you know? So I feel like you do, that's the message that kept trying to pull at me. You have a mission here. One of your angels is speaking to me right now, so that's why I kept getting this nagging holy feeling. I'm going to use a different deck for a moment here. This is the Radiant, one of the Radiant ones. There's a few. Okay, so Angel. Angel of group number 2. Angel of group number 2, please. Okay, having a little difficulty here. Angel of group number 2, please. Would you like to provide us with any messages? Oh my goodness gracious. You have the 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords at the bottom, 10 of Wands and the 9 of Wands. You see that? Oh my gosh. This is you. You are the lion. You've been through everything, okay? And this was the burden that you were holding, probably feeling like you were holding it by yourself with the 10 of Wands. But in truth, you were never alone. That's why your angel kept trying to really, really push through. I wasn't getting their message at first because I wasn't looking for it, but they were coming through, whoever this angel is, and they have given you so much strength. You have been strong. You have been resilient. You have been brave. Wow. I love this energy. Let's see what else we get. Can you tell us more about the mission? I'm interested in that. What is the mission, or can you tell us about this mission, please? Angel of group number 2. Okay, we have 3 wands here in a row. That's interesting. We have 8 of wands and the sun in the middle. It's very beautiful. So we have 8, 9, and 10 of wands. You're really on your way. This sequence here, in addition to the Knight of Swords, this is a very fortunate and clear sign. I don't know if maybe you tend to see repeating numbers or a sequence of numbers. I personally see 1, 2, 3 a lot, and I have no idea what it means. I've been seeing it for like a year or two, and it just keeps happening. But here you have 8, 9, 10. So that tells me that you're right there in sequence, step after step. You're getting to that point of the end of this particular part of your journey, and you're going to be starting the important mission soon if you have not already. If you've already started it, then what this tells me is you're going to be clearing the obstacles, clearing the blockages, and you're going to be moving like the Knight of Swords, swiftly and with focus. Wow, this is really intense. Spirit, can you tell us anything more? Thank you, Angel, for those messages. Spirit, can you tell us anything more for group 2? What makes them the very best? For group 2, please. wow. You have here the 10 of Pentacles. That's the third time I've seen a 10. Okay, again, telling me that you guys are close. All right, so 10 of Pentacles here. There's an abundance here. This prosperity, abundance, positive energy, fortune. So much fortune here. You're also close to someone here. There's a younger force here. I don't typically say that with the 10 of Pentacles, but it's this particular deck. There's, I think that you may be teaching someone here in this card. I'm not sure if it's already happening, but I feel that you're imparting your wisdom onto someone younger or someone younger minded, perhaps. There's a lot of innocence coming from this energy, so it might be either a child or someone who is innocent in their nature, or the negative aspect of that would be someone who's like, I don't know, naive or something, depending on your situation. But I feel that you are really giving a lot of wisdom and compassion to a particular person in your life right now. So I think I mentioned that before. That's the first thing I kind of guessed without pulling many cards. I feel that that is probably people's natural tendency is to come towards you, especially when they need that type of emotional help. Okay, anything else for group 2? What makes them the very best? For group 2, please. All right. We have the Hanged Man. I didn't expect that. Okay, the Hanged Man. So, I'm not sure if the message today is about surrender, which is what I usually say. I feel like this is talking about your ability to see things from all perspectives. So that would probably make you very reasonable in a discussion or even in an argument. But not just in that context. The ability to see things from all perspectives means, I mean, for one, that makes you very intelligent and crafty. It expands your consciousness is really what it is. That's a very spiritual attribute. So it's kind of like not just seeing the present. You can also see the past, the future, north, south, east, and west. Like you can see everything. You can see it from your own eyes. You can see it from the eyes of the person in front of you. You can see it from a higher perspective, like the higher level beings. So you see what I mean? There's a lot that can be said with just the Hanged Man. I feel that, so speaking of that, I feel that your angels and guides have communicated through you a lot. Did you ever have an experience where you said something and you had no idea why you said it, and maybe you couldn't even repeat it, but whoever was hearing you, whether even if it was just yourself, whoever was hearing you was so moved and influenced by what you said? That was one of your angels or guides speaking through you, I feel. Whoa. Yeah, that's what I see here. Okay. I think that for those of you that happen to be writers or someone to speak to a lot of people at once through either social media, or maybe if you're a teacher or something where it's not just one-on-one, you're planting a lot of seeds of knowledge. There's so much here, because I was drawn to this right here, these little, I think these are maybe coins, or I'm not sure, but it looks like you're planting more seeds of knowledge, and there's going to be all of these trees, and you're leaving a legacy. That's another word for right here with the 10 of Pentacles, is another meaning there, legacy. You're creating a legacy. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to get for you, let me see what deck I'm going to use for you. I'm going to grab the Energy Oracle. Spirit, anything else, please? For group number 2, what makes them the very best, please? For group number 2. Yeah, you got an angel actually again. Oh, 2. Spooky. Okay, so you have 3rd chakra archangel Shamuel, Angel of Love. So it's pretty much what I was saying before. You are collaborating or acting as a channel, acting as a conduit for these higher level energies. So this is part of your mission. This is part of the good that you're going to put out there into the world. Cornucopia on the bottom. Look at that beautiful, beautiful energy here. Okay, Spirit, anything else? Any different messages? Any additional messages? I feel like yours is going to be short and sweet, actually, because of that. Because of, it's just so direct. Any final messages for group number 2? You have your contract. This is again telling me about your mission. There's just something about this card. You know, it's like you have a contract, an agreement with the divine. Not to say that you are tied up. I know it probably feels like that sometimes. It might feel like this is a burden rather than a mission. But wow, look at that. You have world on the bottom. I feel like you're going to help a lot of people. Contract, yeah. Stay balanced is one thing that they're saying. You have all of the knowledge, you have all of the tools already that you need to succeed in this mission. But the one thing that may be needed here is to take off the blindfold, to not be scared to take off the blindfold and to see everything in front of you. I'm not sure what that means exactly because it could resonate differently. Anything else for contract? Oh, wow. You have woman holding a coin. And she has her beautiful familiar there, the cat. And all of the purple here in her dress and in the rose here and the ribbon. This is that psychic energy. This is the higher level crown chakra energy here. Whoa. Yeah, so this is deep. Very mature energy too. Old soul for sure. Spirit, is there any other final messages for group 2 and what makes them the very best? Another angel, my goodness. And then the thinking man at the bottom. There's a crystal here, clear crystal quartz here. I think that if it calls to you, either now or in the future, you may benefit a lot from using crystals in your practice. I do use them. I feel like I should definitely use them more. They're very powerful if you charge them. Okay, so for you guys, you may want to consider using a crystal in your practice. This is the Aqua Aura quartz. This is to help to protect against psychic attack. Since I was called to that one just now, maybe it's one that might interest you. Aqua Aura quartz, or any kind of quartz really, just kind of explore. Okay, and then second chakra, Archangel Ariel was the final card. So there was a lot of angel or spirit guide influence in your reading, group number 2. And as I cut the deck, this card came out again. Okay, so my recommendation for you, if you do feel all tied up, is maybe tap into your heart chakra and do things with love. Heal yourself with love. Have love in everything that you do, even the mission, even things that might look like obstacles or burdens. Try to act with an energy of love, the way that angels do. Do things lovingly, and this will be very healing for you. I don't know if that's going to resonate, but that's just something they told me right there. Your reading was a little bit shorter, I feel, than what I usually do, but I feel like that needs to be it. It just tells me that that needs to be it. So group number 2, I hope that this resonated. I hope that it helped. If anything, let us know in the comments. If it didn't resonate at all, then maybe it's not the right group for you. But thank you guys so much, as usual, for your support and for your kind words. And I do hope to see you sooner than usual. I'm going back to a regular schedule with the readings, and hopefully I can post even more than I previously was. So thank you again. I'm sending you love, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you that chose group number 3, which is Sylveon. Spirit, this reading is for group 3 and what makes them the very best. Please provide us with clear guided messages for group 3. Okay, Spirit, I don't know if I want to start with tarot for you guys for some reason, but let's give it a whirl. Spirit, for group 3, what makes them the very best, please, for group 3? Okay, that's a really nice starting card. Only one card popped out, a little unusual, but you have the Two of Cups, which is a very loving card. Spirit, can you give us more for group 3, please? What makes them the very best for our Sylveon group? I have a nagging feeling to get another deck. I just don't know which one. Let's see. We have here the Eight of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. Paired with the Two of Cups, I feel like this is probably speaking about your compassion or generosity towards others and not leaving anybody behind. But I'm not 100% sure yet. I feel like that's a big part of it though, because the Five of Pentacles is someone who feels left out and the Eight of Cups is someone who's walking away. But the fact that your first card is the Two of Cups, this is a card of harmony and togetherness and love. It's also a card of friendship. So I feel like this is really speaking on your heart. So let me get a different deck. For some reason, I don't know which deck to use. I'm not sure if that's reflecting maybe you guys have a hard time making decisions sometimes. I'm not sure, but let's see. This is the Light Seers Tarot. I cut the deck and I got the Lovers. That's really cute. You have a really, really big heart, I think. Similar to group 1, I was speaking about that, but you guys are you're very watery. Like with the, I'll explain that in a moment. Spirit, for group 3, please. What makes them the very best? Oh, wow, the Sun. Look at that. So I had a feeling that you guys would be playful and had maybe a innocent childlike energy, because just the way that the pin looks, it looks like the most playful out of all of them. And here we have the Sun card. And then the Lovers again. I feel that you guys are pure. I feel that you are pure of heart. And you are like a child. Or at least when you're in your element and you're allowing yourself to just be carefree. You know, but I feel that in your authentic self, you have a purity. You have this light that other people can see from miles away, okay? And that you have this fun-loving nature about yourself. You love to explore and be curious and be loving as a person. It's this is pure light. It is almost like a divine type of energy here. And it's almost as if to say that in itself is your path to bring that joy and that love to others and into the world. Wow. That's really something. Wow, beautiful. Can you tell us anything more? What makes them the very best? Group 3. For group 3, please, what makes them the very best? I feel like, yeah, there's something here having to do with playfulness and games, because I had that feeling when I was trying to decide on a tarot deck. I was just thinking I wanted to use all of them, you know, just that sense of you guys having that sense of adventure and exploration, as I said. And then here we have the Knight of Pentacles. Can you clarify the Knight of Pentacles, please? This is a journey card, I feel. It looks as though to me in this particular card, in this version, that you're a collector of some kind, that you are able to collect knowledge or memory or positive energy from everything that you encounter and everything that you experience, and you're building. So it's kind of like you're building on all of these experiences, all of these skills. You're very grounded and down to earth. This person is actually barefoot. I think this person is too. Yeah, just the ability to really, and that could be a literal thing where you just take off your shoes and just fully engage with nature and with life's experiences. So again, this childlike purity energy. Spirit, can you tell us more? Any clarification or additional messages for group 3? What makes them the very best, please? Okay, that came out in a chunk, so let me just try again. Spirit, anything for group 3? What makes them the very best? So we have another journey card here with the Ten of Wands. That energy of being a collector is coming back again. You've collected a lot. You've stored a lot. Maybe you have a really good memory or something. I don't know. That's interesting. But yeah, I mean, you've come a long way here. And I think that you're extremely appreciative of every lesson. I think that you're a very grateful type of a person, grateful for even the smallest things. So it kind of reminds me of when a child is at a beach or a forest or something, and they just see a little pebble or stone or, you know, whatever, or a seashell or something like that. And then they look at it and they're in awe of this thing, of this natural thing. And then they keep it. They have this keepsake because they're so grateful for the little things. So that's the energy that I'm getting off of you. It's a really a very pure and beautiful energy. Like a child of the earth kind of energy. What else, please? For group 3, Spirit, what makes them the very best? We have here the King of Wands. And you have that, the gigantic lion in the background. I feel like you're very brave. I feel like you're probably not afraid of anything. You have this focus, and even though you know that there's a lot of danger or risk, or just in general fear or anxiety, even if you feel it or not, you go ahead and you do what you have to do anyway, and you lead the way. I don't think that you're a person to be in the background. I feel that, yeah, whatever the risk or whatever the fear or intimidation, that you're able to burst through any of that with this bravery and courage. Maybe that even is something that makes you feel excited, to have that sort of rush, that feeling that, well, it fits in with what I said before about having a sense of adventure and exploration. So especially if there's something new that you guys have wanted to try, or maybe this has already happened where you've tried a bunch of new things and it just excites you to explore these different worlds and to expand your mind and to expand your spirit. Exploring all of these new and beautiful things that this world has to offer. I feel like nothing is taken for granted. That's what I'm feeling from you guys. That's really awesome. You're very fun people. Let me get for you, I think I'm just going to use the Energy Oracle because I've used that for groups 1 and 2. All right. If that's the case, you probably love learning as well. Any new skill, exploring any new activity, you know, stuff like that, any new worlds or realms. I wonder what would happen if you explored the psychic realm through meditation and stuff like that. That would be really interesting. Like the astral realm. Oof, okay. Past life regression. Because what I was seeing was this realm. I was seeing you explore this world in this realm, but I just had this feeling to say maybe what would happen if you explored the psychic realm. What might happen. Spirit, for group number 3, what makes them the very best, please? I do feel that you're very trusting within the divine on some deep level, especially if you don't think about it. This reminds me of the Fool energy, where the Fool says that the world is worthy of trust. And with the first chakra Archangel Michael card coming through, and holy cow, you have 2 angels here, 4th chakra Archangel Raphael. I feel that on some level, unspoken level, that you already know that you are protected. And that is why you feel free to explore all of the bounty that this world has to offer. Now, keep in mind that that is going to resonate differently depending on how much you allow yourself to explore. So some of you, if you don't feel you're quite there yet, that may be the message. To be a little bit more trusting of Earth, to be more trusting of the divine, and yes, to let yourself be free, to let yourself just have that joy and that childlike sunshine. Anything else? What else? What different messages, Spirit, you have for group 3, please, and what makes them the very best? Okay, can you clarify that? Oh, that was all right. So you have here on the bottom, you have community. So this has to do with other people. You had the card envy, door to personal healing and happiness. I actually think that other people envy you. That may be the case. That's not, I guess, necessarily a positive message, because envy is, you know, something that is usually negative. But this is part of what makes you the very best, is that other people see how pure you are and how much happiness you bring into the room and how much healing you bring to people's hearts. Freedom with this bird here. And I feel that some people, in a good way, look up to you with this envy card. I feel that they wish they could do that they could have that courage and that ability to be carefree. So that's kind of what I feel is coming through with that. Especially if some of you have social media or something that a lot of people can see, or if not social media, then just seeing you in person and whatnot, that they do either envy you or admire you. I think that that's what this is saying. Spirit, can you give us any additional messages for group number 3? And what makes them the very best? Spirit, can you give us an additional message for group 3? We have here ceremony, invocation, and I was getting this image similar to what I was saying before. I was getting this image of a child being incredibly connected to the higher level beings, the divine, in a way that they didn't even have to think about this. It reminds me of those shows where, I can't think of a great example, but if you know the show Charmed, it reminds me, the original one, not the new one, it reminds me of that episode where the sisters, they had the powers when they were kids, but they didn't remember that they did. And when they were young, when they were children, is when their powers were the most heightened, and they were super duper high powered, you know, when they were kids. It reminds me of this. So, I mean, this is what that reminds me of. So I feel that you are naturally, intimately connected with the divine and with magic. I have to say, you're magical. That is what I see here. And it makes perfect sense, because children and animals, or, you know, stuff like that, purely connected in an effortless kind of way. Effortless. And yeah, that's what I see here. So this tells me that if you were able to just let yourself be free, let it all go, and let all the burdens go, and let all of the, you know, heavy thoughts go, that you would feel this, that you would be able to tap into this and just be one with the divine, one with nature, one with animals, one with magic itself. That's really incredible. what a unique reading. And because of what I said before, I'm going to get yet another deck, even if it's just one card. Because that inner child exploration is coming through. This is the Crystal Magic one. Kind of wanted to get them because they're round for you guys. I really like round cards for you guys. Spirit, can you tell us any additional messages for group 3? Any final words for them and what makes them the very best? Whoa. Let's see. Oh yeah, you're definitely psychic. You're psychic as F. Because you have the Divine Feminine Moon, Black Moonstone card here. The Black Moonstone is a type of crystal that you can use if it calls to you for psychic development. And with this Divine Feminine, this is basically the High Priestess. Listen, you guys, this is something that you can do effortlessly. You don't have to try to be this, I'm going to say it, badass, this magical badass. I don't normally say any kind of curse words or whatever on my channel, but that's what they told me to say. You don't have to try. If you are trying and pushing and forcing, you're actually working against the flow and working against the grain. But you guys are really naturally a high-powered, higher level sort of a psychic. This is crazy power. Whew. Oh, look, I said before, where was it? I forget even what I said, but here you have it. Freedom. Eagle. What is the stone? I've never heard of blue barite. Is that what that says? But yes, maybe a spirit animal guide is one that's coming through now, especially with the wings. Definitely very angel-like. And then the other one here, you have rejuvenation. Green tourmaline. I've never heard of green tourmaline. Maybe I should look that up. Plant. Yeah. So this kind of, again, is showing me that you can be one with nature. You can be one with any of the natural forces. I'm not sure in what way is going to call to you the most, but if you wanted to look into any kind of spiritual path, like a specific one, so whether that be something magical, spiritual, religious, whatever, I feel like whichever one calls to you, you're going to get so much out of it. It's going to be a really life-changing experience. I'm going to use another one. I gotta do it. Just one more. Spirit, any final messages, please, for group number 3? And what makes them the very best for group 3? Peace. How beautiful is that? I am a being of love, and I release all negative energy. That is so, so beautiful, because this is you from the very first card and throughout the entire reading. This is you. And the final message here for you guys, group 3, is that if you do not feel that sense of freedom or, you know, any of the stuff that I was talking about, especially love, this is Spirit as a final hidden message asking you to release that negativity, because this is what is meant for you, to have that abundance of love within your heart that will make you feel like a child again, this innocent, pure light. This is an incredible message. I love this message. Okay, so group 3, that's what I have for you. I really hope that this did resonate. If it didn't at all, it might not be your group, but I do hope that it resonated and that it helped. Let us know in the comments if anything. Thank you guys, as usual, for supporting, for tuning in. I'm hoping to post a lot more often. It's definitely not going to be 3 weeks again. Hopefully I can do it again in a couple of days, and I want to just be more frequent. So thank you guys, and thank you for sharing your energy with me as well. I'm sending you love, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you that chose group number 4, which is the Charizard and the Pikachu. So let's get right into your reading. Spirit, this is for group 4, and what makes them the very best? Please provide us with clear guided messages for group 4. Yeah, I am not sure if I want to stick with these cards. I've been indecisive this whole time. Spirit, for group number 4, please, what makes them the very best? Okay. So, you have here the 3 of Wands and the World. That immediately gave me this impression that you guys explore, or that you've conquered many worlds, or that you've risen above. That's or something that maybe you've traveled a lot. I'm not sure yet, but we have here the Hanged Man. You're a little mysterious, actually, group 4. That is why I don't want these cards. I just have this feeling to get a different deck, but I think I'm just going to use these. It's the same thing, but different color. Spirit, for group 4, please, what can you tell us? What makes them the very best? Okay, so we have here the 10 of Wands, the 8 of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, and the 2 of Swords. Well, I think that it's probably a little bit of what I said before, and the 2 of Wands is another card that has the world in it. So I don't know if that's literally talking about those of you that have actually traveled or have seen a lot of the world, or had, like, you've had a lot of different experiences that others could learn from. That's, I think, only part of it. But there is this really persistent energy that's coming through here. The 10 of Wands shows that you have come across all of these different wands, different experiences, and that you have held every single one of them up. Here with the 8 of Pentacles, I feel that you have worked your entire life really hard on every single task that was in front of you. I feel that with the Queen of Cups and the 2 of Swords, this is something that is really, this is something that you hold dearly in your heart. So you're being mysterious, I think. There's a huge element of mystery here. It's almost as if you don't want me to know what you're working on. That's why I was hesitant. This is a little strange. Let me see what is going on here. Spirit, can you tell us more for group number 4? What makes them the very best? What makes them the very best? Yeah, I really feel like you are working on something with the Three of Pentacles here. Queen of Wands. Whoops. The Queen of Wands, the Five of Swords, and the Temperance card. So this section here is giving me the feeling that it does have to do with healing. It might literally be that you have felt you've needed to heal the world, you know, that feeling. It's reminding me of, I think it was group number 2 that had this special mission or something like that. That's what it's kind of giving me the vibe of. Let me see what else. Let me just clarify this one because this is the most mysterious one. Spirit, can you clarify the Hanged Man? Yeah, there's this mission here, I feel. The Judgment card is at the bottom in the Tower. I feel like you've known this mission for a very long time. Like here with the Six of Pentacles, this is this mission to help others. This mission to help others here with the Six of Pentacles where you're giving back. Now, I'm getting this feeling, there's a chance that you may have been a little bit back and forth with your strengths or with the mission itself. I'm getting this energy of being uncertain about yourself specifically, or uncertain about whether or not you're even meant to do this. That is an interesting message because that is not exactly answering the question of what makes you the very best, but it's telling me about the journey that you're on anyway, specifically the journey to help to heal others or to spread some sort of peace. We also have the Five of Cups here. And this together with the Six of Pentacles is making me feel like it has to do with helping those less fortunate in some way. Okay. Spirit, can you clarify the Queen of Wands? The Fool. Yeah, I think that your best attribute, what makes you the best, you've come up with an idea that nobody else has come up with, Group 4. I feel that whatever it is you're thinking of has not been done yet. That's really wild. So this could be just anything at all that is completely unique to you. You're the one that thought of this. You're the one that either thought of this way of being, this something maybe having to do with your creativity or your ideas. For a smaller number of you, it might have to do with even literally an invention or something like that. That's the kind of energy I'm getting here. Someone who creates, someone who invents, creates, or is some kind of an innovator in some way. And it's almost as though you're showing the blueprints to other people in whatever way is relevant to your path right now. So whether you're an influencer or, you know, you actually are working within a company or you're starting one or something like that, there is this unique energy here of starting something up. And yet you're still being very mysterious. I wish I could crack this for the purpose of our reading today. And I'm sure that it'll start to open up the more cards that I draw. You know what I'm going to do if this is the case, if it's kind of like a hidden energy? I'm going to use the pocket size cards. Those tend to be a little of a loophole. I know it sounds kind of funny, but maybe you'd be more willing to speak if they were smaller cards. I don't know. Spirit, for group number 4, please, can you tell us more on what makes them the very best? For group number 4. Wow. The Sun. Ironically enough, you have the Moon on the bottom. Look at that mystery. So with the Sun card, I feel that this is the first thing that I feel it represents is your mind. This is also your heart and your spirit. There's a lot of light shining here. And again, onto the world. It's touching the world card. I feel that you're meant to wow, proliferate. I'm drawn to the sunflowers here. You're meant to shine your light onto the world. Can you give us more on the sun card? I don't know if you've always been happy about this, though. You have the Fool on the bottom again. When I say happy about it, I just mean because of the doubt or because of maybe perceiving it at certain points as a burden. That's what I mean by that. Spirit, can you tell us more about the Sun card? Yeah, the Ace of Wands. Again, talking about that new energy and the creative energy coming forth, but not just the creativity here. This is passion, too. I do feel that you're tired, though. I feel like after all of this, you've been so tired because you've been building this for a long time. Let me see what else. Spirit, can you tell us more for group number 4? For group number 4, what makes them the very best? So the Temperance card came out again at the bottom, and then you have the Lover's card. So this is angel energy here. I do feel that you are doing divine work. So some of the groups did get messages like these, but you guys have your own unique vibration here. We talked about having a mission in, I forget which group it was, but this is something different. This is really an important piece of the puzzle, a cog in the working of everything. Okay, I think I'm going to use Oracle cards because for some reason the Tarot, I don't feel that your energy wants to speak through Tarot, so I have to do it a different way. Spirit, can you tell us, why is this so mysterious? Is it maybe because it may even be mysterious to you? Maybe you have no idea what you're truly meant to do. Maybe you still have this doubt. Maybe you're still back and forth. And it's almost as if it's hidden knowledge to you at this point. It's like you need a cipher. You need to crack the code still. That may be the case for some of you. I don't know about the rest of you. Maybe you're not ready to shine your light just yet. But you're the magician. I mean, look at that. You are the magician. You have this power. You're meant to shine your light. The magician is holding up that wand to stream all of that light into the world in whatever way he feels called to. Let me get the Energy Oracle. I got this for all of the other groups. Spirit, can you give us a little more clarity or any clarity for group 4? What makes them the very best? So community card came out. I do feel, again, kind of with the world, I was talking about helping the world. I do feel like there is a huge aspect of community that is special to your mission and just to you in general, that you are able to bring people together, that you're able to work well with others. I mentioned before blueprint and working with others. Oh my goodness, happy family and community. And then I noticed you had the thinking man at the bottom, almost as if you're thinking, whoa, healer of the ages. It's almost as if you're thinking of this plan patiently and in your own, like, sort of mysterious way. I think that the mystery here partly is because some of your ability is still looming beneath the conscious, so you may not be entirely aware of your power. You may not be entirely aware of the impact that you're going to have on the world. But the only clue, I mean, we did have a few clues, but an additional clue here is that it does have to do, I mentioned bringing in light, it does have to do with the collective. This is really, really big energy. This is really amazing. Community and happy family. Yeah, this is the harmony within the collective and with others and becoming more connected to each other. Spirit, can you tell us anything more for group number 4? What makes them the very best? That gave me chills. It absolutely gave me chills. Healer of the Ages came out again. Adjacent possibilities at the bottom. This is... You guys are kind of spooking me a little bit. In a good way. This is pure magic here. Healer of the Ages. So I mentioned that already a bunch of times. Okay? And I said here that you're thinking of something that nobody ever thought of before. Whew. And another thing, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, or some of these things are still a mystery, meditate. Meditate on it. Allow your spirit guides and angels to come to you, and the veil will be lifted. Do it from your heart. Okay? The whatever is hidden will come through. But you have to do it with a pure heart. Wow, this is just okay. This is a lot. This is a lot to take in. Spirit, can you tell us anything more? Any additional messages for group 4 and what makes them the very best? Door to personal healing and happiness, door to value at the bottom. But the only thing is that you have the card Envy coming out with it. So this is basically just to say, Spirit's message to you. Do not let any negative energy overshadow your light or sort of like taint the pure space of your heart. Because if it does, then you're going to be blocking this, okay? All of these doors are going to be opening up for you. I just feel that you're able to create this. You're able to create this abundance, this value, you know, and this happiness and this healing. The word healing again. Yeah. Healing and happiness. Beautiful. And I think that the last thing that I want to get for you guys... No, I'll do this. I'll do this one. This I haven't used in this reading. This is the Angels and Ancestors Oracle. Okay. Spirit, any final words for group number 4? What makes them the very best? For group 4, what makes them the very best? Okay. That's so creepy. I'm telling you, you guys are really, really spooking me a little bit. The Sun card at the bottom, Wise One, came out, as well as Knight. Basically, it says be brave and honest. So being brave to fulfill this mission with your wisdom and your light. Okay? That's really, really amazing. Wise One, it says grow within your current situation. Again, they're speaking about meditation. This is where it's going to come through. When you allow yourself to sit and breathe and relax the mind, especially if you have an overactive mind where you feel like you probably feel like you cannot focus and it's just stressful. So take some time, even if it's 10 or 15 minutes, just once, even once a week or something, to give yourself that moment, and you're going to have a lot come through. Spirit, any final messages for group 4? And any message at all for them, or what makes them the best? Any advice? Medicine Mother. I don't think I've ever gotten that card before. It says honor your inner knowing. There definitely is some sort of a spirit guide, especially a feminine energy guide or angel that's wanting to come towards you. Yeah, definitely. See? I feel that one of your guides is sort of nudging us in this reading and wants to give you a message. That is something that I could potentially look into, but their point is that they want you to open your ear to them, is what they said. They want you to sit in that quiet whenever you feel called, whenever you are ready, so that they can provide this message to you. Very deep message. I love this. Okay, so let's just for fun pull a final one. I'm going to use this one. Spirit, can you give us just one final card for group number 4? And what makes them the very best for group 4? Love. That is so, so beautiful. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. And then, did we say it before? Yes. They need you to let go of this, the fear of failure or the perception of that, to change your mind about the notion of failing or succeeding, and just to act with love, because that is the mission itself, is to spread that love and light to others. And it has to start with you, towards yourself. This says, I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. And then beneath that, service. I feel good when I can help others. Okay? You don't necessarily have to look at it as, you know, you're only here to be a service to others. Not that at all. It's more of when you're just being your authentic and loving self, you end up helping so many other people. I think that that's the point there. Okay? So group 4, very interesting messages, even though some of it was hard to read. This was one of the most difficult to read groups that I've had in a long time. So I do hope that it resonated, and if it didn't, it may not be your group, or maybe you're just that, you know, difficult to read. I don't know, but I hope that I got through at least a little bit. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm hoping to post again real soon. Definitely not going to be a couple weeks. I'm going back to the regular schedule. Thank you once again. I'm sending you love, and I hope to see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.